What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys. Coming back in that second half, spearheaded by Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, beat the Toronto Raptors 119-92. Mikal Bridges, 30 points, 4 assists. OG Anunoby, 26 points, 3 rebounds, but 6 steals, 5 dunks. Knicks blew their doors off, man. The Knicks beat the Raptors by 31 pretty much in that second half. They outscored them 31 points. But it was Mikal Bridges, man, led the way, 19 big points in that third quarter. Pretty much the Knicks ended that third quarter. I believe it was a 27-4 run. And that was the ball game, man. That was the ball game. Listen, great win. Much needed victory, man. It's great to see, man. Knicks now have won 4 in a row. Right now, because Boston lost tonight, they actually take over. They're tied with second in the East right now, guys. So once again, all this losing, Knicks have won 4 in a row now. They're starting to stack victories. We're right back in the mix of things, man. So great win tonight. Listen, they look like they didn't really have it, but they were able to fight back, man. Fight back, spearheaded a nice, got down right and dirty with it tonight, man. It was a really spirited win tonight, man. Awesome win by them boys, 119-92. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win. Listen, guys, look. You're going to need wins like this to build character. And with everything that has been going on, with all the trade nonsense, and, Towns and just everything, man, a win like this is what brings these guys together, right? I thought it was great to see Mikal Bridges, have a big night. I told you guys, this guy's too good of a ball player, man. You're going to need this guy. He always finds ways to come up big. That OG Anunoby he started it really, because OG Anunoby was getting busy in the first half. I think he had 16 in the first half. Going through the rack, finishing strong. Just OG was really attacking tonight. And then that pretty much gave everybody else a jolt in that third quarter. And I thought that was huge for this team, and that opened it up for Bridges. And, of course, a guy like Josh Hart, who I thought was exceptional tonight. But what about a guy like Tyler Kolek, man? Coming off the bench, 10 assists for him. He was a plus 23 today. He was the point guard out there that spearheaded that team. Pretty much Brunson wasn't out. He's dealing with an illness, but, he just wasn't Brunson. Towns, he's not even involved in the offense, but 22 big rebounds from Towns. So once again, right, it doesn't matter. Like I've said to you guys before, let's just win the game, man. Let's just win the game. And so you got to be happy with all these guys coming to the table and really producing in every way, shape, and form, man. And you got to be happy with everybody. I feel like everybody was involved in this victory tonight. Everybody. Awesome on the glass. He won rebounding battle tonight, 48-43. And guys, check it out, guys. 32 assists tonight, man, which I thought was awesome. All together, man. You just got to be happy, man. It was a total team effort tonight, man. Total team effort. And, of course, the top guns, of course, all the guys played big minutes. OG played 34, Towns 35, Josh 35, Mikal 36, Brunson 30, Shamet 21 minutes, and Kolek 20 minutes. I mean, they basically went. I mean, everybody played tonight, right? But, the guys that got the most minutes off the bench was, of course, Shamet and Kolek. They both played 21 and 20 minutes. Right. But, my biggest, takeaways, I felt like what really changed the game in the second half was they started attacking. Of course, they got after it defensively, a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals. And I thought that changed it. But I thought that they kind of started to attack the basket. Guys started getting layups. Of course, OG Anunoby going to the rack, finishing strong, dunking. Right. But a lot of back cuts. They started making a lot of layups. They started not depending so much on a three-point shot. And I thought that was big. When they start playing and taking high percentage shots closer to the basket, not trying to kick out for threes, I thought that's really what changes games. You know what I mean? I thought that's what happened tonight. I mean, they forced 20 turnovers tonight for the Raptors, which led to 20 points for the Knicks. I mean, they had 18 turnovers, that led to 21 points. But, the Raptors are pretty much, you lead the league in fast break points. The Knicks were even with them tonight, 16-16. But it was a point to the paint, like I stated, right? The Knicks had 60 points in the paint to the Raptors 38, man. And to me, that's what changes the game. I'm not really big on a three-point shot. I mean, it's huge. I know you need it, right? But they were 14 for 38 today, right? You want to start. To me, I love the stay in that 30 number, even though they were close to 40. I love that 30-something number for threes, right? Because to me, you got to get to the rack. And they were 14 for 38, and the Raptors were 7 for 26. And to me, that's really a big part of the ball game. But getting to the basket, higher percentage shots, which opens up outside shots, and through that, I think that's what helped spearheaded this thing. And Mikal Bridges was just a monster tonight, man. Just a monster. That said, that third quarter, man, is what changed everything. Knicks won that third quarter, 35 to 19. And then they won that fourth quarter, 37 to 22, man. I mean, just a turnaround. I mean, I don't know if those guys had to wake up or what. I don't know what was going on if they were dealing with a hangover because, they are on a back-to-back, man. But that's pretty good, too, man, because, they showed their fight that they had. I think they might have had a little sea legs earlier, but they pretty much showed a lot of fight, man, and come around. And that second half, they look like night and day. Night and day. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man. Big time win for them boys, 119-92. OG Anunoby, 26 points, 3 rebounds. So, guys, what do you guys think about Wingstop, man? Listen, Wingstop's been getting a lot of hate as of late. Well, one player, of course. And I think this is a huge game for Mikal Bridges, right? You think these guys... You think they don't hear like the chatter about them possibly getting traded? Of course they do, man. They got social media. These guys are regular people, man. I know they play hoops and they play ball, but they're regular guys. They're not aliens. So trust me, they hear these things. They hear what's being said about them, what's being stated. The rumor mill or whatever you want to call it. These guys are able to fight back and say, okay, cool. Let me go out. Let me have a really good game. Able to put that stuff to the side and really come out and produce, man. So you got to give this guy credit, man. Listen, guys, he hasn't been the best this year. And I think he knows that. But one thing we can say about him, man, which I do love, is he's able to kind of block out the noise and kind of come out and ready to play every time. And so, we've seen this. We saw this last year, too. He'll come up with big games when we need him to, right? Sometimes he's, average or solid. I thought he was solid last night. Yeah, 18 big points, right? 9 of those points in the first quarter. First quarter kind of kept us in the game yesterday. And then the third quarter tonight pretty much sealed the deal. Because after that was it. The Knicks closed that quarter, like I told you, 24-7 running. That was a ball game after that, man. They couldn't really stop. The momentum was just so high, man. The Raptors couldn't really catch up. They just couldn't. It was great to see, man. Great to see. Lionel Monis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys, man. Huge win. Knicks currently a 4-game winning streak, man. The Raptors also had a 4-game winning streak. They stated in the broadcast today. They're the hottest team in the league. I don't know about that. I mean, but I guess so. I guess based on winning or whatever. But Knicks now they've won 4 in a row themselves right now. We see Portland Friday. So we can make this 5, guys. We can make this 5 in a row, which I think will be really, really good for this team going into, of course, trade deadline. Until next week, man. Next week's the big matchup. Big matchup against Detroit. I'm excited about that. I'm excited. I think this team's going to come out ready to go. Hey, Nick Yak, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. Truly appreciate it, man. Listen, big time win for them boys, 119-92. Wingstop. Mikal Bridges, 30 points, 4 assists. OG Anunoby, 26 big points, 3 rebounds, 6 steals for OG. 5 dunks. He's a monster, man. He listen. One thing he does, which I've always said, don't try to do any. Just go to the rack, man. Go to the rack. You're so big, so strong. Go to the rack and finish strong. And he does that. He's always dunking. He's always dunking with 2 hands too. Beautiful. Going up with straight power, which I love, and ferocity. That's what you want, man. Go up strong to the rack, man. Finish strong in the Baja. That's it. And that's what he does, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. Big time win for them boys. Huge win. Wingstop, man. Mikal Bridges, man. He hears the noise, man. He hears the noise. He hears it. Let's listen to Mikal Bridges right now, man. Listen to him pretty much giving a wrap up of the win tonight. Listen what he has to say regarding the win.
What changed this game and allowed you guys to take over?
Just staying with it, man. They came out, going fast and pressuring us, and we didn't let that bother us. We just stayed with it and just kept playing the whole 48 minutes, and that's what we did.
Great game tonight, man.
Thanks, man.
When you went home, 3 for 16, 1 of 9, what impact has that had on you?
A lot. I don't know. I think a lot of it comes from not just shooting the ball. I think I just wasn't playing how I was supposed to be playing. I think I wasn't coachable enough. I don't know what it was. Maybe I felt too much entitlement, but just had to kind of talk to myself a little bit about it and just be coachable, be the best team I can be, and then, let basketball speak for itself.
Well, you responded incredibly well. What's it like to be Mikal Bridges in the third quarter where you've got 19 points and you've taken over the game? What does that feel like?
Just my teammates, man. Just feeding off the energy from everybody on the court, everybody on the bench. They give me that energy, and I just trying to play for them.
You guys started the game. They went on a 7-0 run. You call a timeout. Third quarter, you were languishing. Where did that energy come from, man? All of a sudden, it became contagious.
Yeah, you had to find it. It was tough early. I feel like we were running in mud in the beginning. But once, get them legs going and that competitive spirit come out there, you feel like they started to punk us a little bit, kind of piss us off a little bit, and then we just kept going.
Mikal Bridges, congratulations on a very impressive win.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time.
Hey, listen, guys, he said a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff, Clyde asked him, of course, but how well he shot and, 3 for 16, 1 for 9, right? He's going back, I guess, he's talking about how he played in Philly. And Mikal said something ill right there. He said, I had to look in the mirror and kind of be more coachable, right? I don't know how to take that. I don't know what that means. He said, what did he say? He said he couldn't, he had to, I guess not. I don't know. I'm trying to break down really what he's saying because I don't want to read too much into it. So that's why LV's taking his time here. I don't take him as a type of guy that's kind of like a diva. You guys get that? I don't get that from him. So him not being coachable, him saying that he wanted to be more coachable, that's kind of hard. So once again, right? This opens up a can of worms for me when I hear that. I'm hearing a bunch of things when he says that, and he says, not taking things for granted, and everyone's saying the same thing here with this coachable stuff. Even the stuff with Towns, right? Like all these guys are saying all the same stuff here. So once again, I don't know what's going on in that locker room. I don't know what's going on, what's being said. But it seems like it's a lot of guys dealing with a lot of different things here. And it's great that he had a great night today, and I'm excited. I'm just thinking about the future, like for these guys, and what does this mean? Because these guys, these guys have egos. I've said this before. And for a guy like him to say that he wants to be more coachable, I don't know. Is he not listening to the coach? Like, I don't know. Like, is he not listening to his teammates? Because once again, he stated, I give it all to my teammates tonight, So once again, right, culture is big in this locker room. It's huge. And that's what any locker room. So how these guys approach every day and how they approach each other and how close knit they are is what's really going to help them win a championship and win a lot of games. But if there's kind of a lot of individual guys in here, little individual mindsets here, that's going to cause problems, So I don't know. I'm just hearing stuff from him just now. And I kind of was like, wait a minute, what? Like, what do you guys, So I don't know. That makes me raise an eyebrow with their response. Right, because I would have thought based on last year they would be a lot more tighter than what they are, right? But then again, who knows? Who knows? Is this Nova thing really real, or it's really not? Right? I don't know. Is he? I don't know. Is he not responding to Mike Brown well? Like, what's going on? Because he's coachable. Once again, it sounds like Towns. It sounds like all this other stuff. Like, I don't know. So it's weird. So it's weird to say. But listen, great night from him, man. Great night for him. Great night for him. Great night for him, man. Great night for him. And I think he's such a good player, man, that, sometimes these guys overthink the game. And it's not that hard to, just go to your spots and just be you. Be who you are as a player. But sometimes you can get in your own head and you kind of overthink the game and, you want to be a good teammate or you But at the same time, you still want to get yours, right? So it's a lot of juggling here mentally for a lot of these guys. So I'm just glad for a guy like him who's a really, really good ball player. He's no scrub. He's really, really good to, kind of see the ball go through the net, feel good about tonight. And he was the main reason. I mean, of course, him and OG did, the wings, but he was big in that third quarter, huge in that third quarter. And then through that, I thought that really helped us really kind of solidify certain things. Yeah, Big Tat says, LV, man, I found it funny that Bridges would say that he wasn't being coachable enough, right? When he was benefiting the most from the new system. That Big Tat, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, Big Tat. That's why it's making me raise an eyebrow here, man. It's making me raise an eyebrow. This girl, what are you saying? He said, this girl says, I think Mikal was saying that in the sense of him, like most of the players on the team fall back to their creature comforts on the court. Brown's offense is fast-paced, and we had the league on skates. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to kind of, I don't know. Something's not ringing. Something's not making me like, okay, cool. That sounds good. No. It's something deeper than this here. This river says, man, but it might be tiring. And if shots aren't falling, they start to regress back to what they know. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Team Knicks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, Team Knicks, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. Big time win for them boys. Comeback win, man. Huge win. Wingstop showed up tonight and delivered the goods, man, and got us over the hump. Big time win. 119-92. Up in the 6, right? That's what they call it, right? The 6 up there with Drake and the crew. Big time win, man. The Knicks now currently, guys, Atlanta lost, man. So the Knicks are tied for second in the East. So we easily got knocked down. We're right back up. We're right back now. We're right back fighting, got fighting pants on. You know what I'm saying? Fighting stance. You know what I'm saying? We're ready to go. So I thought that was big. I thought that was huge. Okay, so Nick Yak he says it might be over Brown wanting him to attack the rim more. He has been doing that. Yo, I don't think. Guys, let me say this. Let me say this. In the beginning, in the first half, and I still don't like this offense at all because it's really kind of a hit or miss. And when the Knicks are really doing well offensively, they're attacking the rack. But it seems like this guy wants them driving and kicking like everything. And so it feels like certain times in the offense, they're overthinking things. Like in the beginning, right? You see they just couldn't get into their sets. They're turning the ball over. They just look like they don't know what they're doing. It just looks bad. It seemed like in the second half, they just started attacking. Like there wasn't even a matter of overthinking things. They got the rack and they went, OG just went to the rack. Mikal went to the rack or back cuts. Kohler got in the game, was finding everybody. Beautiful, right? 10 assists for him, right? So it just felt like they weren't overthinking the game. The first half, it felt that way. And I don't know if they're trying to run the system. I don't know what's going on, but it's like they're overthinking this thing. This game's not hard, man. And it felt like in the second half, they just scrapped everything and just were attacking. And that is it. And they got after it defensively, too. They went in the passing lane, too, which was big. Josh was big in that second half, too, as well, defensively. So that played a major part also. They forced a lot of turnovers in that third quarter, man, which led to a lot of big points. So that's huge also. This girl says, I would say you are definitely bugging about the Nova-isms. They're super tight. Yeah, no. Once again, I'm just asking this Grover. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, There's something going on there, man. There's something there. There's something there. Trust me, there is. Oh, Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. Big time win for the boys, 119-92. The Wingstop combined for 56 points. Big time win for the boys. Huge win. Huge win. Team Knicks says outstanding performance. Team Knicks, great hustle. Agreed. Agreed. Listen, man. Well said, man. Well said. Listen, this is a great team went all together, man. Great team went all together. Well, Eric Green says Bridges may still be adjusting being a role player after being the man in Brooklyn. When to be aggressive and when to defer. That's a great point there, sir. That's a great point. You know, that's a change, man. That's a change. You know, I think that has a point. But guys, listen, I really truly think that this offense is something these guys are still trying to figure out. I don't think it's something that's as easy as, all right, we got it now, we're good. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that easy. I think it's a lot of moving parts here, and you can see it sometimes when they get stagnant in what it is that they're doing, right? And so I think the biggest thing with these guys, you can't overthink this thing. The game is the game, man. The game will never change. You can't overthink it, and I think sometimes they do because they're trying to run this guy's offense, and you could see it to where they just look not connected. I mean, the captain didn't have it tonight. I mean, you know, he just did. He had 13 points, but he didn't look like himself. They said he's kind of he's a little sick, so you know he's kind of struggling. But you know, you can kind of see that. But even with Towns, right? Same thing with Towns. Like Towns, you know, offensively, he's not involved in anything at all. They have him playing on the outside. Basically, what they want him to do is roll, set of screens, pop out and hit a three. And that's it. They're not looking for him inside at all. Kolek hit him a couple of times, and he was able to kind of, you know, finish at the rack. But outside of that, that's it, man. It ain't nothing more than that. Like that's just what it is. And you can see Towns just doesn't look like the same player, man. And it looks like he's lost all confidence. He just doesn't look like the same player at all, at all. And what I will say is that he got 22 rebounds tonight, which I thought was great. He's being a great team player, but it might be time to kind of move off of Towns because I just don't think he doesn't look like he's enjoying himself. He doesn't look like, you know, he knows what he's doing, and he's just going out there just kind of being a hub and just grabbing rebounds, and he's out of rhythm. Like he just doesn't, you know, he just doesn't look like himself. He doesn't look like the same guy, the same confidence. He doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. But guys, sometimes understand this too. Listen, this is what, you know, he just doesn't look right. But this is what a coach would do, guys. A coach can destroy a guy's confidence, man. You know what I mean? And so sometimes if you're not, you know, and, you know, you might overthink the game and you just don't like how, you know, and so you just, you know, he just doesn't look like the same guy, man, at all. And I truly think that it's all based on this offense. Totally. And so, you know, I think it might be something that they should really consider doing, just because. And I'm not saying now, maybe during the off season, you know what I mean? If they don't, because it's just, it doesn't benefit the team. It doesn't benefit, you know, him, and it doesn't benefit because, you know, you're not even using him. You're not even using what he is. You're not even using his superpower. Like you're just not. You know, and so he's not even in the flow of the offense. They got him standing on the outside just setting screens. Like that's it. They don't got him. They're not setting up no sets for him. Double back screen, him coming off, him getting in the post, they're not doing anything for Towns, like nothing. So he's just left to get rebounds, block shots, and that's it. And you don't see him complaining. But I can imagine a guy of his stature, all NBA, all-star guy. He's just trying to make it work with the team, trying to be a team guy. But there's no way. There's no way he's okay with this. And that's why I look at the coach for that, man, because he's too good of a player for you just to be kind of using him just to kind of set screens at the top and just roll. And he ain't what? That's insane. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Truly appreciate that. Nice to see you. Eddie Kofi says, respectfully, man, are you blaming Coach for his Cats' performance for the whole year? Yes, Eddie Kofi. I think that you know, this doesn't fit Towns. It just doesn't. The offense doesn't fit him. It doesn't. You see what he's doing, Eddie Kofi. I'm watching the sets. Nothing is being run for him. Like nothing at all. He's being made to set screens. He's standing out in the corner. He's on the perimeter the whole time, Eddie Kofi. And the whole time means 90% of the time. A couple of times he comes down the post, they look for him, but that's it. They're swinging the ball to outside, looking for cuts, look for guys shooting three. Like that's it. This is not for him. Like it's just not. And I'm not surprised because remember, a guy like Sabonis struggled with this over there too a little bit. So I'm just saying, I just don't think this benefits him. I don't think it's just not. Whereas last year with Tibbs' offense, it was perfect for him. This is exactly, you know what I mean? So just my opinion. Once again, it's not saying Towns is a bad player or Mike Brown. It's just the system doesn't match. I don't think this matches Towns. It just doesn't. That is it. So that's where you see the frustration with him because, 10 years, this is what I've been doing. This is who I am. And I'm watching the sets. I'm watching Towns, and all he's doing is setting screens, standing on a corner. I'm like, yo, like, what is this? Like, they're not even looking for him. They're not even looking to run anything for him. Eddie Cove, a professional of his caliber must vary in his game. No, man. No. No. Eddie Kobe, why don't you tell that to Carmelo Anthony? Tell Carmelo Anthony, we don't want you. We just want you to set screens and we don't want you to be mellow. Tell him that. It doesn't. These guys are too good of a play. You don't do that to all-stars like that. No guy's going to adjust. This is not year 2 of him being this Eddie Kobe. This is 10 joints, 10 years of him being this type of player. He's not going to change overnight like that for this offense. I'm just saying. Oh, this Grover, here we go. He was on the perimeter the whole time. This Grover, listen, man, look. He was on the perimeter, but this Grover, there were sets run for him, this Grover. They don't run anything for Towns. Nothing. They don't run anything for him. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. So he was on a perimeter route last year. He shot better. He played better. Everything. But that's because they were running sets for him, man. They were running different things for Towns. They're not doing that now, man. They're not. They're not. I'm just being honest with you. They're not. They're not doing anything. I've watched enough games now to where I can see, and it is what it is. And here's the thing. It doesn't, this offense does not benefit him. He's not running the same offense as Tibbs. He's not. He is not. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And so Towns, it hasn't adjusted because this is not something he's done his whole career. So he's having a hard time. He's going out there. He's playing hard still. He's still hitting the glass. 22 boards tonight. He had 11 last night, 17-11 last night. So, he ain't complaining, but he's not being used to his full capabilities. He's not. That's the truth. Nick, Cat shooting 35% threes needs to get under the boards more. Yeah. I just think, time passes by, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. Time passes by, said the icing Cat out. Yeah, they didn't pass on the ball even with Kolek on the floor. Kolek passed to him a couple of times. You got it. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Time passes by. Okay, let me not say that. I don't think they're icing him out. But they're not running things for him. They're not. They don't. You know what I mean? Mike Brown is making it clear, and Mike Brown has done this, man. This is his MO, man. This is what he does, man. He kind of ruffles feathers, man. He thinks he's Popovich. He thinks he's Coach Pop, and he's not. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's obvious, Towns. That, they're gonna have to move off of him. This is not for him. This is just not. You know what I'm saying? This girl says, we were talking about no sets getting run for Cat last season too. Not even joking. Listen, what I'm saying is that it was a lot more. This group, they're not running anything for him. Anything this year. Nothing. This Grover. Nothing. This Grover, they made a point to make Towns perfect, you know what I mean? Like to get him touches, like to get him in spots where he can get busy. They made that a point. They're not doing that now, Discover. Okay, so this was oftentimes it was JB not even getting. Okay, so then that's the point guy. I mean, Discover. I mean, I think we're saying the same thing, Discover. I just don't think this fits Towns, and it's got him out there looking crazy, right? I just don't think so. But he's still cleaned the glass. I mean, you gotta admit the guy's still great on the boards, right? And that's what you want for a guy like him. But offensively, he's not being used to his full capabilities. He's not. Let's just be honest. He's just not. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Look at Coach says Brunson doesn't give anybody looks. Yeah, Brunson's a nut. I ain't gonna lie. I love Brunson, but he's a nut. He ain't he's like Luka, man. He puts his head down, that's it. He going for self. Remember that there was complaints in the background, about him not passing the rock. People felt like they should be getting more shots, man. And I think those people were possibly OG and Obi and maybe Mikal. Some of those guys complaining. Especially, I know OG's always been complaining. He always feel like he should be getting more shots. Right? So OG has always kind of been whispering. And remember, guys, if anybody doesn't know, that was a big part to OG wanting to leave Toronto. He wanted to go to a place where he can pretty much explode offensively and get more shots. That's the reason why he's here. That's why he wanted to get out of Toronto. If you guys don't know, that was a big, big piece to why OG wanted to leave Toronto, and they pretty much made the move to get him. Yo, BQ from BK, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Big time win for them boys. LV, I agree, man, that with you 1,000%, man, regarding Towns. I've been saying the same thing to my people. Yeah, they're not using him, man. They ain't trying to give him no touches, man. They ain't trying. And it is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. What I will say is this. As crazy as Tibbs was, Tibbs understood, like, yo, I need this guy. I'm going to need this guy to get us to where we need to get to. Like, he's that good of a player. So we got to make sure we feed him a lot. So, when campaigns out there, they got to feed him. Like, that's Cat's time to get busy without Brunson. And Cat did that all last year. They're not really doing that now. They're not. And I just think that, it's I think it comes from the head guy. I just think that. I think he doesn't, and guys are, they're just trying to get wins right now. So it is what it is. But, I think him and Cat bumped heads in the beginning, and they've never been right since. And I think that's why I just think that it is what it is. Nick Yak says that no-look pass, yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, yo, Cat's a hell of a ball player, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Okay, Nick Yak says, who does Mike Brown run plays for? I don't see everything. Nick Yak is predicated on driving kicks. Or he says driving sprays. And if you notice, whenever the Knicks are doing that, and they're doing it excessively, they struggle. I don't like that offense. I don't like that game. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that, basketball is not played. Basketball is always played inside out. It's not played outside in. The Warriors made that cool, and that's who he's bringing that offense from. Remember, guys, let's be clear. Mike Brown is not an offensive guy. He's a defensive guy. That's what he's always been known for. He stole this offense from Steve Kerr, brought it over to the Kings. The Kings were great. It stunk up last year. They fired him, so now he's over here and bringing that same offense from Golden State over here. So that's what it is. It's a totally Golden State offense, but you need the horses for that. We don't have the horses. And whenever we do that, I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of that. Because that's like a feast of famine. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And if you're not knocking it down, you're going to struggle. And then you kind of get like in quicksand and you just can't. But when you're just kind of just playing ball, meaning I'm going to be an aggressive like OG is, I'm going to the rack, I'm finishing strong. And then if there's an open three to kick out, I'm going to do that. But I'm not automatically going to the rack to finish. And I'm just looking to kick out. That's insane. That's bad basketball. That's bad basketball. Hip Hop Beat 718, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Hip Hop Beats, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys, 119-92. OG Anunoby, 26 big points, 3 rebounds, 6 steals for OG. 6 steals from him, man. Big time. Big time, big time, big time. Also, too, when you guys come through, please hit that like button for me, man. Please, 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 please. Time passes by, says everyone should be sacrificing to win a chip, even JB. Granted, he's trying to pass more, but he falls back to his old habits for holding the ball. Yeah, man, because he's the man. You know how that goes. He's the captain, man. He can't do no wrong in this town. I mean, I love Brunson. I love him, and I don't want nobody else but him. But, you know, Towns has got to eat too. And Towns ain't eating right now. And you see Towns is sucking it up. He's still out there balling. He ain't complaining, getting rebounds, you know, doing what he has to do, you know, still making great passes and stuff like that. Towns is still playing ball. But they ain't using him right, man. They're not. He's too good of a player offensively for them not to be making sure that he's getting his. And I hear Mikal Bridges say, I'm not coachable. It's like, what is all this? It's like brainwashing. What do you mean not coachable? We guys don't like, you know, when did that happen? You know, so it's like, you know, this whole like, the sayings out there, we over me. It's like, what is that saying, man? So is that saying like guys are individuals in there? Like, it didn't feel like that last year. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Disc Rover, our game plan isn't just Joe Disc Rover. Oh my goodness. That's the basis of what he wants to do. Yes, there's other parts of it, but the basis of it, that's all he talks about, Disc Rover, is getting sprays. That is it. That is the Warriors offense. Getting sprays. Some back cuts here and there, yeah, but the basis of it is to drive and kick. That's all he wants. And if you notice, the Knicks get caught up in doing that. They've got wide open layups, or they're right there for the teardrop, or a jumper from the foul line right there. They kicking it out for 3. I'm like, what are you doing? But that's what the guy wants. And that's basically what it is. Hip Hop Beat says, I would trade Yabo for Sean and keep the rest of the team as is. Everybody wants you. Disc Rover, you don't like him, man. I knew it. See, Disc Rover said he stinks. We had the league in roller skates before. Disc Rover, listen to me. I got to stress this to you, sir. Again, I don't care what we were. The league had to catch up to us. Once teams are able to figure out what you're doing, they didn't know how the Knicks were going to look. Now they can scheme for you, man. Once they scheme for you, that is it. Now they go back in the lab and they say, yo, this is what they're running. This is what we're doing. We're pressuring the ball handler. We're doing this. We're not allowing them to get no threes off. That's it. And that's what happened. And that's why you see us kind of hit rock bottom offensively. We look like dog shit. You know, excuse my language. We look like crap for those couple of weeks. You know what I mean? The league catches up to you, man. They figure it out. And once they do, you got to have a counter. You got to have a counter. But I think a big part of the counter is we got better defensively. We got better defensively, and we started attacking the rack. And that was huge. That was huge. BQ, yeah, see, the coach wants a minimum of 30 sprays a game. That concept got them overthinking once they, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, BQ from BK. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's not who they are as a team. They don't have the guys that could knock it down, but they're not the Warriors. So every time they go to the rack, they get 2 feet in the paint. He said 2 feet in the paint, make a decision. He want them spraying. I get, yo, my man, I'm right at the rack. Let me make a layup. Come on, man. Hip Hop Beats Kolek made a great job running off. Agreed. Kolek, man. I thought Kolek was great tonight, man. Great tonight. Nick Yak says, I love we clearly fixed our defense and seen us averaging 119 on Nick Yak. I think that was a big part of it too. I think we got after it defensively. But also too, Nick Yak, he shortened the rotation, man. He played a lot more of his defensive guys. You know, the return of Shamet was big. So now you can have Shamet out there with Deuce and OG, right? And of course, you know, Bridges. So now you got those guys kind of shielding Brunson or Cat or whomever, right? So now you got your defensive guys up there. And I thought that that's kind of like what's changed things also, right? Wiz! What's going on, man? Hope all is well with you, Wiz. Your Wiz, man. You know, we feeling it out here, man. You out there in sunny California, I am. I'm hating right now. You my guy, but I'm hating. I was shoveling, Wiz. I was shoveling crazy. Had to shovel the car out, then I had to shovel my driveway. Had to put salt down. Had to put the car on all four-wheel drive, driving through the snow. I'm tight right now, man. I'm tight right now. Snow's not even gone. It's still out there. They're talking about another ice storm this weekend. Why, man? Why? Wiz, hope all is well with you. Sorry, man. I appreciate you coming through Rockwell LV Live, man. Wiz says Sadiq, Sean. Is that how I pronounce his name? Shane? Sorry. Najee Marshall, Herb Jones. We just need a reliable backup, small forward, power forward. Ooh, and Yaves, Misi. Yeah, everyone loves Misi, man. Misi's tough, man. He's a young kid, too. That's what this Rover wants. This Rover wants Sadiq Bey. This Rover says, man, no, it was the Champagne 11 threes that sent the spiral. Man, listen, man. He hasn't been the same since this Rover. This Rover said that was a curse. Nick Yak, it started with West Coast back-to-back losers sent us spiraling. Do you have a snowblower? Nah, man. You know what's ill, Eric Green? I should get one. I got one for my pops, too. I got one for my pops for Father's Day. And I didn't think to get me one. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Yo, I seen an electric joint. You seen the new one? The new one, Eric Green? My man showed me it too. I said, yo, I might get that. Let's show you guys real quick, man. Hold up. Okay, wait, I gotta show it to you. I'm showing it to you, man. It's the new joint. New joint I saw. I said, yo, what? Yo, this is hard right here. 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. Where's it at? Yo, Eric Green, man. It's seen this joint. Sorry, we got off topic real quick, man. I apologize, man. Got me talking about the snow stuff. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, wait, let me bring it up real quick. Hold up. All right, wait, hold up. Wait. Is this it right here? I think this is it. Okay, hold up. Here we go. Wait. Okay. Here you go. Okay, sorry. We're talking about snow right now, man. I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Eric Green got me thinking here, man. Anybody that's a homeowner like me, or, you know, you have a condo or something like that, whatever, man. You need one of these, right? My man put me onto it. Think I might go cop it this weekend. Thinking about it. I'm not sure, man. Oh, we can't. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so here's the new joint right here. Big shouts to my man Eric Green. Check this out right here, man. Look at my man right here. Look at that joint right there, the stand-up joint. You see that? Yo, that's like a I don't know, that's not a lawnmower, that's like a weed whacker for snow. You see that? Yeah, that joint ill, right? That's like a weed whacker. My man put me over there. Yo, that's how I need it, right? And that's what I need. I need one of those. You see that? Yo, man, them joints. I need one of those. Okay, I'm back now. I'm back. I apologize. I'm back. Okay, this rover says, we've since went away from those high-paced intensity offensive schemes, probably because of exhaustion in the dog days of January. This Grover, I hope you're right, man. You know, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you know, you love Mike Brown's system. I see you like that. You like this. I'm not too like blown away by it. I think it's okay, man. But in the playoffs, man, everything slows down. Everything slows down. So all that stuff may not work, man. So that stuff is cool. It's shiny, right? The only team that's been able to really, really explode over something like this is the Warriors. Like, if you don't got them pieces, you don't got Clay, you ain't got Steph, you ain't got KD out there. You got to have them horses for this. And so that's what I'm saying. You got to have space and pace and all this other stuff. You got to have dudes that are knocking down them threes like that to where you put pressure on the defense, where they feel like they got to outscore you. Like, that's what it is. And you got a guy like Draymond at the top of the key that just knows how to read defenses and knows how to hit back cuts and great passes. We don't have all that, man. You got to have the perfect pieces for that to rock. And you got to have a guy like Steph. Come on, man. Those guys aren't, those guys don't grow on trees. So, hope you're right, sir. I'm just saying, BQ, we getting anything over 3 feet? BQ, you say it's a wrap? Yo, man. I don't know, man. That joint look official, though, man. That joint look official. It's over, BQ? He said it's over, LV. It's over. But we ain't getting nothing like that, man. That's way up north. I got people's up top, man, up there by like Syracuse and up there. That's where you getting like Buffalo. That's where you getting like that joint be crazy. We ain't getting nothing like that down here, though. I don't think so. Nick Yak says we're tied for the Celtics for second place. Yeah, man. I mentioned that earlier. We definitely are, which I think is great. Yeah, man, we just gotta keep balling, man. We gotta keep playing. You know what I mean? I really like how we look right now. I think we're attacking more. You know what I'm saying? And so I like that, man. I like that. So I love what OG's doing, man. OG's attacking the rack with ferocity, man. He's going, you saw him caught the banger baseline on Ingram. Yo, that's how you gotta get to it, man. That's how you got to get to it. You have that more, then that's going to open up those driving sprays. You got the game is played inside out, man. Inside out. Inside out. You get busy on the inside out. Not outside in. We're not driving to kick out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of that. But, I get it. I mean, 3 inches. Nah, I think that still works, though. I think that still works for that. Because you could adjust it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's high like what you're saying, you need come on, man. You need like a bulldozer. You know what I mean? Get through that. But I'm just saying, that joint look wave though, right? Eric Green said that's cool. Yeah, you like that, right? Joint official, my man. I think it's like 200. I think my man said it's like 200. He said. So I don't know, man. Yo, I was tight the other day, man. Tight. When was it? Monday? Sunday was coming down. Sunday. Yeah, it was insane, man. Insane. This girl says, all I want to say is Brown wasn't my first choice, but during those big win streaks, I saw beautiful basketball movement even on nights when we couldn't hit threes to save our life. Big win streaks before 2026. This Grove, I like your optimism, man. This Grove always coming through with the heat. This Grove, you got great points. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I think you're valid in everything you're saying. But this Grover, I think that it really, really works when you got the horses. I think once teams start to scheme for you, which the league has done, and they know what the Knicks are running, they know how to attack that. And if you don't have what the Warriors have, you're going to struggle on a lot of nights offensively. And so that's what I saw in those couple of weeks. You know, I don't look at how well we play because, you know, we're very talented. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, guys. So we should walk into the season winning 50 games. That's how good we are. It's the down days. It's the problems and how we look is what I measure, because I say to myself, how do we respond to this? What's our counter going to be? Because this stuff is going to come up in the playoffs. How do we counter moments like this? And I didn't see that those couple of weeks, this Rover. So that's what makes me raise an eyebrow here to this guy who's running the show. Because when he gets in a rock fight, right, in a back alley brawl, which happens in the playoffs, you know, it ain't a jab and a couple of you getting brawls, back alley brawls, where guys got busted lips, eye jammies. You got a broken jaw, but you still got to fight your way out of there. Like, that's what happens in the playoffs. How does he respond? Because we've proven it. Because we had a tough as nails coach last year, and we were able to fight through and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, does this guy have the counters to be able to deal with these defenses that are going to shut that down? What is your counter going to be? And those couple of weeks where we were struggling, that made me worry a bit. It just did. BQ says, what do you think of Clarkson's minutes tonight? I thought it was cool, man. Clarkson don't play no defense, man. That's the issue, BK. He can't get on the floor, man. He can score. He can score, but he can't defend nobody, man. He can't defend nobody. That's his biggest problem. And then with a guy like Brown, once again, I'm gonna stress this again, he's a defensive first coach. He's not an offensive guy. So because of that, he's not going to play him, man. He's not going to play him now because you know he felt the heat when we lost all those games and we was kind of struggling. He just went back to what he knew. He took a page out of Tibbs' book and said, "All right, I'm running 8. That's it. I ain't playing nobody else until we get back on a winning streak." And that, and that's what it is. I very much agree that our team isn't built on 43 attempts. Yet we're not, man. We work our best with 30, 35. Agreed. That I've been saying that. But he wants like 30 sprays a game, this Grover. Like that's a minimum. I remember he said that. That's what he wants, man. That's not good basketball, boss. That's not good basketball. And these guys are overthinking it, this Grover. That's where the turnovers are coming. Because they're overthinking to try to run whatever he wants them to run instead of reacting to what the game is telling you what to do. In the words of the great Tibbs, right? Instead of doing that. But once they started doing that, this Grover, OG's just attacking. He's putting his head down. Boom. That's it. Now it's opening up for 3. Now guys are worried about guys penetrating. Guys are going baseline. Boom. They're kicking it out to a guy at the top of the key in rhythm 3. Bang, bang, money. That's the way the game should be played. Not if you have an wide open layup or a wide open, 15-footer right there. That's a money shot. You kicking it out for what? That's stupid basketball. It makes no sense. At 2 yeah. Yo, Nick Yak, man. I know, man. That's how it be, right? Yeah, I know, man. My parents got a spot like that. That's where my parents live. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to get my pops the joint. It's crazy, man. I know, man. That's how it is, man. You're a homeowner, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. My neighbor be looking at me like, yep, And then you know what I be doing too, right? I'll be at the crib, true story, and I'll be looking out. I was like, it's not coming down that bad. It's coming down. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. So I'll be looking to see who's coming out and starting to shovel. So when they come out, that's when I know that's my cue. I'm like, let me get out of here. Because if you don't shovel it like overnight or right before the next morning, the snow, it gets like hard, like it's hard as a rock. You can't really get the shovel through there. So you got to make sure you get it when it's soft, because then you can put the salt down, then I'll hold it down until the morning. You know what I'm saying? To where you got to walk where you get to your driveway, you can get to your car. It's not, the driveway's not slippery for Mrs. LV's car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of, make it cool. Kids got to go to school, they're not slipping. You know what I mean? Like, you make it. Then also too, remember, you got to put the salt down, because when the mailman come and the delivery guys come, if that joint ain't salted and they slip on something, that's your ass. You know what I mean? They can get everything. So you got to make sure you tighten that up. For all you homeowners out there, make sure you put that salt down. Make sure you do that. That's gonna save you, man. Okay, Discord said that said, it's also been really helpful when Landry coming back induces efficiency is skyrocketing. Discord well said. Landry coming back, Deuce's ascension has really helped, but really Landry coming back, because now it brings that flexibility to that lineup defensively. And then also too, you kind of could, you could interchange Shamet with OG, with Bridges, with Deuce, with Hart, those 5 guys, right? They're all interchangeable, meaning all those guys can guard the same guy. So those are interchangeable, right? And so that's the beauty of that. And then you have Mitch, going back in for Cat, you know what I'm saying? So Shamet to me is more than Deuce because of what he does defensively and how he's able to defend guys that Deuce can't defend because Deuce is too small. And then it also gives rest for the other wings too, right? So Shamet coming back has really, really helped this role. People, that's kind of like a quiet thing no one's really paying attention to. But Shamet coming back has really kind of changed things for us, in all aspects. Nicky X said, everyone's healthy. Everyone healthy in must wins. We will play 8-mans and someone's getting 4 minutes. Agreed. Question I have, next week against Detroit, we're playing 8-man rotation. Eight-man rotation. Because we're going to make a trade. We play Detroit next Friday. So we're going to make a trade. So who do we get? What does that look like? And do they play Friday against Detroit? Whoever we get. Do they play Friday? Whoever we make in the trade, right? Do they play Friday against Detroit? What say you guys? We get Sadiq Bey and Messi. Do they play Friday against Detroit? Nick, Kolek walking off. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, man. Agreed. That was a nasty sprain too. That was a nasty one. I thought Kolek was awesome today, man. I thought Kolek was, especially not playing all those games, man. I thought he was sensational today. Sensational. I mean, he was a plus 23 today, man. I mean, he had 10 points to 3 turnovers, but 10 assists. Excuse me, 10 assists, 3 turnovers. Kolek was really, really good. Remember, also, too, he came in for Brunson, man, because, Brunson was kind of, dealing with that illness. So I thought that was big that Kolek was able to come in and provide that much-needed punch offensively, but also had the offense humming. The offense was humming when Kolek was out there, man. But guys, listen, guys, I've said it, man. I wasn't really a big fan of him kind of being taken out of the lineup. I just wasn't. They made the decision. It's cool. It is what it is. But I just didn't really. I wasn't really a big fan of that. I just wasn't. Okay, let's listen to the coach, guys. Listen to the coach. Listen what he has to say regarding tonight's game. Okay, here. Let me bring up the coach, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through Rocking with LV Live tonight. It's truly appreciated, man. Also, too, guys, I mentioned this earlier. On my live, that I did earlier today, LV hit 20K, man. 20K subs, man. Yeah, that's huge, man. Listen, that's all because of you guys, man. Listen, you know, I do this. I get this out the mud, man. I'm not doing this for nothing else than just rocking with y'all, man, rapping with y'all. But yeah, I hit 20K, man. Hit 20K. You know, you see the numbers going up. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, all right, you know, it's cool. You know, but I just do this because I love talking to y'all, talking sports, man. It's a hobby of mine. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, I hit 20 subs, man, 20K. But that's all because of you guys, man. It ain't because of LV. You know, I come up here, chop it up. You guys can go anywhere else, man. You guys can go to a whole bunch of other talented dudes out there with good channels. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can go anywhere. But you guys choose to come here and rock with me, man. I truly appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it like, oh, you know, you guys should be here. Now, you guys can be anywhere right now, man. But you guys are here rocking with me, talking Knicks. And so I appreciate it, man. I truly, truly do. It's humbling, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through, man, rocking with me, man, and help me get to 20K subscribers, man. So appreciate that, man. But let's listen to Coach and hear what he has to say about tonight's win.
OG was our defensive player of the game. I think he had six steals, 7 deflections. Like, those numbers are unheard of defensively. And, you know, the thing that I loved about OG was his ability to attack the rim. Like, he attacked the rim like a grown man. OG.
He attacked the rim like a grown man. Huh? That's he had a pause on that, man. But listen. I mean, this is easy hoops, man. This is easy hoops. You know, like that's how it should be. Inside out. Inside out. That's how the game should be played. And that is it, man. That is it. Attack the rim, man. Attack the rim. And, you know what I mean? Get layups, get strong dunks. Then now open up the outside, man. That's it. I mean, that's how I was always coached. I mean, and it's always worked. But I thought OG was exceptional tonight, man. Exceptional. I thought he kind of set the tone because, you know, Bridges came on late in that third and really kind of spearheaded that. But it was OG really keeping us in striking distance, just how well he played. And so I thought that was big for him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, great win. Of course, OG, you know, defense played again. Listen, I mean, he should get it, man. Yo, I think that, I said to you guys before, yo, they should do black Tims on the road, man. They got the regular construction. They got to do the black Tims. Yo, wait. All right. Let me say this. Do they do the black Tims or the black Chuckers? What y'all think? Remember the Chuckers? Who had Chuckers, man? I had a pair. I had like a couple pair of those. Should they do the all black Tims or the black Chuckers? Taking it back. What say you guys? You guys let me know. What should we do? All right, let's listen to Coach again, talking about the game once again. Let's listen to Coach.
Coach, yeah, what did you see from Yabusele? And also, this is obviously a very high-level roster, but what do you want him to do better to have more minutes and impact?
But, you know, he's going to play whatever minutes we give him. Everybody just has to keep playing hard on both ends of the floor, taking quality shots, trying to rebound, you know, play the way that we play. And whether he gets 2 minutes, 0 minutes, 15 minutes, he just got to keep staying in the game and being ready while cheering his teammates on like everybody else. Thank you.
Well, hope Yabu's bags are packed. I hope his bags are packed, and I hope he's ready to go, man. I mean, whether he gets 2 minutes, 0 minutes, 15 minutes, my guy, you're not in the rotation. That's basically what that's saying. And I'm going to play who I want to play. And I'm going to play my top dogs, and that's it. And that's it. I mean, listen, guys, look, they're trying to get wins, man. They're trying to get wins, and it's working. They won 4 in a row, right? They're at the point now to where they've tied up the Celtics for 2nd seed in the East. And so we're going to continue to stack wins, man. Continue to stack wins. Right now, like I told you guys before, when we won this game, we were 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Now we're 4-0. I'm taking it one game at a time. I'm not talking about Eastern Conference Finals, playoffs. I don't want to talk about none of that. I want us to continue to stack wins, and stack victories, man. That is it. That's it. That's all I want us to do. The Scrover says, y'all was gonna love Gumbo. Yo, this Scrover, yo, po' boys is all right. Yo, anybody have po' boy sandwich? Yo, that's official. Po' boys is all right. Yo, I get the what is it? I get the salmon po' boy sandwich. Salmon po' boy. Or the like the fried shrimp po' boy sandwich. That joint be official, man. That joint be official. Get the po' boy sandwich. This Rover shipping them off to New Orleans, man. It's over. BQ said Bridges came on late, LV, man, because he heard he might be going to Portland. Yo, word up. Yo, word up, yo, BQ. That's what I think too, man. I think these dudes, everybody hears it, man. Everybody hears. They hear the whispers, man. Everybody on social media, man. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. They know whose name is circulating. They know what kind of was, touched on. And, I mentioned it earlier. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys heard my live and heard what I talked about earlier. I put a couple of shorts out there. I'm shaky with this Giannis move, man. Listen, them calves scare me, man. Him and Drew Holiday got the same injury. They got Drew Holiday on a minutes restriction over there in Portland right now because of this calf stuff. Yo, man, that would be insane. They make a move like that, and them dudes come over and they both get hurt. What this has taught me these last couple of years with these calf injuries, with all these players, from Tatum to Halliburton to Dame Dollar, KD, like all these guys, man, you stay clear away from stuff like that, man. You don't touch them dudes. That's bad business. You got to wait till the summer to see where he's at. But there's no way I touch him right now, especially with number 2 in the East. Why even shake the apple cart, man? And I said this earlier. His game is based off of power, and that's it. Downhill. That's what his game is. I said this earlier on my live. So his game ain't the fly guy, fall-away jump shot, mid-range. It ain't that. His game is strictly power. That's it. I'm going to that whack, and I'm finishing strong in that Baja. That is his game. So I don't know, man. And here's the thing, you want to go, Drew Holiday. I like Drew Holiday, man, but he's got the calf injury too, man. He's an older player. He's 35. McKellar's only 28. He's Iron Man. He doesn't get hurt. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like you got to have guys that are ready to go, man. You can't have these guys who are dealing with these ailments. You bring them over here, and it'll be our luck. The playoffs come, and boom. Same thing that happened to Boston and Indiana now happens to us. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, man. That's very, very dangerous for the Knicks right now, man, especially if the team is rocking. Look at Nick Yax. Holiday and Giannis have missed 100 games. That's what I'm saying, man. Do you want to bring that over here, man? The Scrover trading Mikal for Drew would be such a yo, this Scrover. I don't. And here's the thing, this Scrover. Once again, I'm not saying these guys are perfect. Mikal and Big Cat. I'm not saying, like, we know they have their flaws, but you got to think what you're bringing in here. As talented as those guys are, they're older players with a high price tag, and they're dealing with bumps and bruises, man. That are serious bumps and bruises. That makes sense because they're older players. They got a lot of mileage on those legs, man. So it makes sense that they got Achilles problems. It makes sense. So would you really, really want to risk that? Would you want to do that, man? I don't know, man. I mentioned it earlier on my live. It's like gambling. I'm not a gambling man. I don't play with my money like that. I just don't. I work too hard for it, so I don't like playing with it. I don't do DraftKings. I don't do none of that stuff. I don't play. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in hope and maybe and shoulda, coulda. I don't do shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't do well with that. I'm black and white type of guy. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't play with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would stay clear of that. Because the reward is great, but the other side, it's like two sides of the coin. You get really, if he plays really, really well, we can win a championship. But if he doesn't, he could blow an Achilles, and now we're stuck with that bread we owe him, and now we're really up creek because now we lost 2 stars, and now we're stuck with this guy and stuck with this contract and stuck with an injury. Like, you know what I mean? That's too far off the spectrum, man. one extreme this, one extreme that. I can't. That's too much, man. That's too much. I'm good with where I'm at. I'm good with where I'm at, especially we're number 2 in the East, and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And if we keep on keeping everybody healthy, keep on going the way we're going, we got a really good chance of making it there and further this year with the roster we got. Make a couple of changes on the bench. I'll do that. I'll do that instead of dealing with that. I'm just saying. The score says also Drew, also a much worse offensive player than Mikal. However, you might feel better about their individual defense. Listen, agree, man. Agree, but just do you take that risk this Grover? Well, both of these guys dealing with calf injuries and they're older players. That's an insane risk, man. And that price tag. They're both making a crap load of bread. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you take that risk, man. I don't know if you can afford to. Disgrover says no. Yeah, that'll be a no. But Disgrover agreed, man. That's just being smart. Like, that's not playing anything. Yeah, no, you got to see, you should hear people out there. No, you got to go get Giannis. I don't care what you do. Get Cat off my team. Get Mikal off my team. I'm like, guys, everybody got to calm down. We're number 2 in the East. Like, what's the problem, man? We're winning games. We won Friday. We're going to be 30-18 after 48 games. I mean, that's pretty good. Even with the issues, we're still, come on, man. So is it really that bad? I'm always in the middle. It's never really that bad, and it's never really that good. Stay even keel. And then when the playoffs come, that's when you have the stars be the stars, man. And we proved it last year. So, it doesn't really matter. Just continue to win games. Right now, we're 4-0. Let's get to 5-0. All right. Well, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Listen, man, great win tonight for the boys, 119-92. Wingstop performed tonight. Big time when they go to 4-0. I'll be going live again Friday to discuss the Portland Trailblazers game, so please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, first time coming through, rocking with me and my crew. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. And when you subscribe, right, please hit that bell icon, right, to get all notifications for all my shows and everything else I put up on this channel. All right, listen, people, I'm LV Live. I will be back Friday to discuss the Portland Trailblazers game. So please come through and check it out. All right, listen, people, I'm out of here, man. I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here. Peace.